Where has Glen Godfrey gone?
Welcome to Vanished Voices UK, your new favourite spot for curious missing persons cases, true crime stories, and in-depth investigations.
The disappearance of Glen Godfrey, a mysterious case unfolds. On Wednesday, the 4th of December 2024, 38-year-old Glen Godfrey vanished without a trace. He was last seen on Staines Moor, a quiet, expansive area in Surrey, England. What began as a routine day for those who knew him has spiralled into a mystery that continues to haunt his family, friends, and the local community. Despite searches, appeals, and months of effort, Glen has never been found. But what really happened to him? And why are there more questions than answers? This is the story of the disappearance of Glen Godfrey. Glen Godfrey is known as a kind, loyal, and creative man. He was deeply loved by his family, who describe him as gentle and thoughtful, with a love for nature and craftsmanship. Glen had a history of mental health struggles, something his family openly acknowledges, but they emphasise that he was smart, resourceful, and aware of his surroundings. He enjoyed building items from wood and found peace in the outdoors. He lived in Ashford, Surrey, and was well known in his community. But in the weeks leading up to his disappearance, Glen had become increasingly withdrawn. According to those closest to him, he appeared vulnerable, something that has since become a central concern in the investigation. The last confirmed sighting of Glen was on the morning of December the 4th, 2024. He was on Staines Moor, wearing a black padded jacket, brown trousers and boots. According to a homeless couple who were on the moor that day, Glen removed his boots and clothing before running into a wooded area. Shortly afterward, the female member of the couple claimed to have heard a loud bang coming from the direction that Glen had gone in. This moment, while not officially confirmed to be a gunshot or connected to Glen's fate, remains one of the most chilling details of the case. Crucially, Glen was not reported missing until the 22nd of December, 18 days later. This delay has been a point of deep concern for the family, who worry that valuable time was lost, and they question why the witnesses did not raise concerns to the police. Surrey police immediately classified Glen as a high-risk missing person. Their efforts included searching nearby waterways, land and air searches, reviewing CCTV footage, and examining Glen's phone data. Despite this, no concrete leads emerged. Surrey police issued appeals via their website and social media channels. They urged the public to come forward with information and released Glen's photo and description. The investigation, however, has not satisfied Glen's family. They say they've had to act as investigators themselves, forming search parties, reviewing local CCTV, and even using underwater cameras and poles to inspect ditches and waterways. At one point, they found knives and torn clothing in the woods, items that they believe should have warranted forensic testing. One particularly concerning discovery was a bloodied hoodie, handed in by a member of the public. The family believes this could be critical evidence, yet they state police have not tested it. Denise Godfrey, Glen's mother, has said, "It's almost like we've been treated as the enemy. We just want the police to look at everything that's been found. It's breaking us." While there is some information available regarding the initial search efforts and protocols that were followed, it is challenging to assess whether the police did enough. The family's proactive involvement suggests that they feel like more could have been done. However, without comprehensive details on the police investigation, a definitive evaluation isn't possible. Family and public supporters believe these efforts were not timely, thorough, or transparent enough. This divide between official procedure and perceived urgency has become one of the central tensions in Glen's ongoing case. From a factual standpoint, police followed standard missing persons protocols. However, concerns arise from the timing and thoroughness of these actions. As mentioned previously, Glen was not reported missing until 18 days after he was last seen. This was outside of police control but created a major setback. The family has publicly criticised police for allegedly failing to forensically test items such as the bloodied hoodie, knives and clothing found on or near the moor. They claim the police were slow to follow up on leads and reluctant to coordinate with private search efforts. Frustrated with the perceived lack of urgency, the family launched a GoFundMe campaign to support their own search. With the funds, they hired Specialist Group International, a respected private search and rescue organisation known for their involvement in several high-profile missing persons cases. Together, they expanded the search beyond police efforts, from drones to tracking equipment. Every resource has been exhausted by Glen's family. Amy McGill, Glen's cousin, has been at the forefront of the campaign, tirelessly updating the public and leading the charge for answers. Glen's family have continued to search for Glen regularly, and they have been working incredibly hard to get answers. While the facts remain central, the mystery of Glen's disappearance has naturally led to a number of theories. One theory is that Glen experienced a severe mental health episode and became disorientated, leading him to wander into the woods, where he may have succumbed to the elements. Glen's family initially believed that this could have been a possibility. However, there were too many strange elements to his disappearance. The family strongly suspects foul play, especially in the light of the loud bang, the clothing, the knives found in the area, and the bloodied hoodie. They believe Glen may have encountered someone who harmed him, either deliberately or in a confrontation gone wrong. The homeless couple who reported Glen's final actions are not suspected of wrongdoing by the police, but their presence raises further questions. Were they the only ones to see Glen that day? Could their information help fill in the missing gaps? Where are they now? It is important to note that no one has been named a suspect, and police have not confirmed any criminal leads. But for Glen's family, the uncertainty has only deepened their belief that more must be done. The case has gained attention on social media, with family and community members using platforms like Facebook, Instagram and TikTok to raise awareness. The GoFundMe page launched by Amy McGill not only seeks funds, but also to keep the public informed of new developments. Glen's face has been shared across the country. The family has issued repeated pleas for information, no matter how small, that might help bring Glen home. As of May 2025, Glen Godfrey remains missing. No conclusive evidence has been found. Surrey police state that the case remains open and active, and that any new information will be thoroughly examined. For his family, every day without answers is a painful continuation of the unknown. They refuse to give up, not just for Glen, but for the truth. If you have any information about Glen Godfrey's disappearance, please contact Surrey Police or reach out through the family's official pages. Even the smallest detail might help solve this heartbreaking mystery. Glen Godfrey was last seen on the 4th of December 2024 on Stainsmoor, Surrey. If you saw anything that day or have any information that could assist the search, please come forward. The search for Glen Godfrey is far from over, and his family is doing everything in their power to find him, but they can't do it alone. In the absence of definitive answers, Glen's loved ones have turned to the community for support. The GoFundMe campaign mentioned previously has been set up to help fund private search efforts, forensic analysis, and other critical resources the family believes are necessary to uncover the truth. Every donation, no matter how small, brings them one step closer to finding Glen, or at the very least, to understanding what happened to him. If you've been moved by Glen's story, please consider visiting the GoFundMe page, share it, donate if you can, and help amplify the voices of the family still searching for the answers. The link to his page will be in the description, or scan the code on the screen now to visit his page. Together, we can keep Glen's name alive and help bring him home. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember, every missing person deserves to be found.
Like, comment and subscribe to see more short videos about missing people in the UK and to see upcoming long form videos investigating unusual disappearances.